Hey humans, it's Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, I do videos on creepy and disturbing things. And today we just have kind of a shorter, little fun internet mystery for you all that, in honor of Halloween, we're gonna explore, investigate, and figure out maybe what's going on here. I know a lot of people are confused about this TikTok account, so I'm hoping I can help ease everyone's anxieties and clear it up. I've been tagged in this account's videos a few times, and I've noticed that a lot of other horror creators are being tagged in these videos, so that tells me that people have questions. Huge shout out to my patrons for helping me investigate this one. I could not have made this video without them. I kind of got stuck in the middle of investigating and just typed into my Discord at them, and they all really came through for me. If you're interested in becoming a patron yourself, I'll leave the link in the description below the video. Patrons get uncensored exclusive bonus videos, Netflix parties we do every month, as well as early access ad-free to a lot of my videos. So if you're interested in that and want to support me further, go check it out. Okay, let's get right into talking about this. First things first, let's talk about what mystery we are even actually discussing here. So someone tagged me in a TikTok that really got my attention, to say in the least. Let's just watch the TikTok in question first. The account is called ViVi Vex. Just a sensory warning here. This video, I kind of put a disclaimer for flashing lights and stuff, but there's also just like obnoxious sounds in some of the TikToks, and if you hear any of them, there might be some of that noise in these videos. I'll turn it down when I put the videos in, but just be careful if you're wearing headphones. It may be distressing to some people. Just throughout this video, some of the clips are just like a lot. Like for metal people, they'll love it, but for like some people, it can just be like sensory overload. So just FYI. Anyway, so a lot of their videos, if you go to their page, are a lot like this one. Just very dark themed, creepy themed, just trying to scare people vibes, jump scare vibes, but also has this real mystery element to it. And then a lot of the videos mention how they offer legal cloning of humans. The creator themselves always tells people to have a quote unquote swell day. That seems to be a theme in a lot of their comments, is that anybody who comments support, or they'll almost always say, I hope you have a swell day in response. They always use the word swell. There are a few people that are confused in the comments, but notably a lot of people in the comments that seem to be in on whatever is going on here. A lot of people complimenting the work, or just like using comments that almost seem like a code. This kind of thing always gets me really intrigued, because I love a good mystery where there's a clubhouse of people who know something that we don't, or at least they seemingly know something that we don't. So that's kind of the overall vibe from people that seem to be in the know and seem to understand this account. And then for those that don't understand, people that seem really creeped out or disturbed by the content, a lot of the times the creator will very politely respond to them. Almost always this same comment along the lines of, unfortunately, ViVi Vex passed away a few years ago. We use legally made clones of her to help her art live on. And then in the comments, the creator will often also try to steer people to the website, and a lot of the comments kind of imply that if you go to the website, you could figure out how to purchase one of these clones of ViVi Vex. It seems to be a very common theme to tell people to go to the website. It's also, you know, front and center in their bio. So I went to the website, of course, hoping that would answer all my questions, but was soon disappointed. There's not much there, but I'll get back to the website in a moment. So next I went to their Instagram account, which says that they are, again, in the bio says musician/band, but the bio says ViVi Vex has passed away, but her clones live on. Rest in peace. Just like how the TikTok, a lot of the comments allude to this clone making business. Notice that the username on their Instagram is rustpunk, which will be important later as well. So it was at this point that I really got kind of stuck, and I turned to my patrons, and they really came through for me and helped me with a bunch of stuff. So pretty much the rest of this video, other than the analysis, can be credited to them helping me out. Okay, first, let's go back to the website. Let's talk about the website. If you go to the website, it seems to be a safe site from my experience. It asks you to donate $9.99 to be added to their exclusive mailing list, and promises to send you quote unquote super fun data on all your cloning needs. When you click on the order button, it goes to a PayPal page where you donate this $10 to someone named Zach Lundgren. Now, I very regretfully inform you all that I did not pay the $10 to find out what is sent to you. Part of that was just because I don't think it would get sent to me on time to make this video. And then the other part is that I get really self-conscious doing that kind of thing because I feel like I don't want the creator to be like, oh, they're just doing this for their YouTube video. Like if they saw who I was, like my PayPal account is HannahTheHorrible. So they would probably make the connection pretty quick. I have a feeling they won't want me to though, because even if I did, they're not gonna want me to share whatever it is that you get in the mail. Like that's kind of the whole point, is to give them money because you really wanna know what it is that they're gonna send. And I don't want to like mess with their business because that's probably how they make money. And if I shared what they sent, then that would kind of defeat the whole purpose as well. And then people wouldn't buy whatever it is. So I don't know, if I ever buy it just out of curiosity, I probably won't share it. Sorry. Like I think if I do end up buying it, I might, just because I'm very curious about what they sent. I don't think I would share it publicly. I feel like that would be kind of mean because the whole point is people being curious about what they send you if you do it. So I don't know, unless I get like exclusive permission from them to share what it is after I donate the money, I don't think I would. So next we found a wiki noise page. One of my patrons found this for me, specifically a noise wiki page for ViVi Vex. I had never heard of noise wiki before, but apparently it's just a spin-off Wikipedia for any noise projects. And let me tell you, reading through ViVi's wiki is like, it's like an alternate universe Britney Spears. We're gonna go over it because it's pretty short. ViVi Vex, born July 11th, 3033, is an American singer and actress. Born in Macomb, Mississippi, and raised in Kentwood, Louisiana, she performed acting roles on television as a child before singing with jaundiced drama Mama Records in 1997. Vex's first and second studio albums, Goose, One More Time, 1999, and Oops, I Sumatran Ground Cuckatoo Again, 2000, became international successes, with the former becoming the best-selling album by a teenage solo artist. Title tracks Goose One More Time and Oops, I Sumatran Ground Cuckatoo Again broke international sales records. In 2001, Vex released her self-titled third studio album, Stupid, and played the starring role in the film Crossroads, 3053. She assumed creative control of her fourth studio album, Get in the Zone, AutoZone 2015, which yielded the worldwide success of the Toxic single. ViVi Vex is also the owner of a massive online collaborative band, the Rust Punk Tribe. Side note, the Rust Punk Tribe, remember from her Instagram username was Rust Punk. This actually does link to another noise wiki page for that band. I'm not going to show it because the photo involves a needle, which I know a lot of people would not appreciate if I showed it, just for the fear of needles out there. There wasn't a lot of clues on that page anyway. I don't think it's super relevant, but just a side note. And then the noise wiki goes on to say members are ViVi Vex and her fucking minions, I guess. Now it's very clear that this noise wiki is, I mean, while it's entertaining, it's clearly a shit posting page. There's nothing about the cloning thing, and all the dates don't make sense. Like, she was born in the year 3033. She starred in the movie Crossroads. Remember, Britney starred in Crossroads in 3053, but then all the dates for her other songs and everything were like the 1990s and early 2000s. So none of the dates make any sense. This noise wiki also leads to a Facebook page of hers, which is ViVi Vex as well. There's not much on that either, and nothing's been posted in a few years, so we're not gonna waste too much time on that, but yeah, moving on. So the most fascinating part about this whole thing is probably their Tumblr page, which again, another patron of mine found. The top of ViVi Vex's Tumblr page is a post caption, ViVi Vex lovingly sucks a worm-filled cock. And there's this video of definitely something or someone who is not the ViVi Vex we know from TikTok. I cannot show this video on YouTube. Here's a still of it. And just let me tell you guys, the video clip is exactly what the caption says it is. So if you choose to look this up for yourself, just know that you're gonna see what this caption says. It's very literal. So yeah, just a big warning on that one. The second post down is a ViVi Vex album review from March 2020. All the rest of the posts seem to be from like March 2020, just within a couple days. It links to this other post that is very strange. It says, ViVi Vex has released a new album featuring the most prominent producers and has truly blown us away. We sat down to review the album the second it was released. Most anticipated album of the year is definitely ViVi Vex's The Horror of Digital Babylon, and it will stand up to that hype, becoming a timeless classic. It's no surprise that only 1 hour after download, the album had over 100,000 downloads and is now skyrocketing to 1 million downloads, and it is only the first release. The cult following for ViVi Vex and its own entire subculture, the Rust Punks, as ViVi Vex has named them, have been a steadily growing scene with their unique look, genre, religion, and even graffiti style. It's safe to say that this is the future of goth, industrial, trap, punk, emo, and harsh noise. It's become its own offshoot of many facets in life, and it doesn't seem to be stopping for years to come. So that paragraph itself seems pretty on par with what we've been talking about so far. Again, like made up statistics for things that don't seem to exist. The reason I'm pointing out this page is that the whole thing is just this paragraph copied and pasted over and over and over and over and over. But then if you look further down, like randomly in the middle is this. And then more randomly downward is another reference to the worm thing, this. And then there's other posts similar to this, which I'm not even going to go through because it's very similar. It's just leading to a page of repeats of the same thing over and over, often NSFW. This one just says over and over, beware Vivex, beware the Illuminati. At the bottom, it's jumbled text. It says over and over, the nightmare is coming. There's what looks like some binary code, and I have met the devil in person, again, over and over. The binary code, I couldn't figure out what it was translated to. I put it in several translators and nothing came up. It looks like binary code, but I think it's just like random numbers or the binary code got messed up because it definitely looks like that to me. Then another post, there's this interview with Electric Kitten magazine, which again, as far as I know, is not a real magazine, doesn't exist. It just starts off with this regular seeming interview about ViVi Vex's overnight success. And then the conversation with the interviewer escalates very, very quickly. It gets really creepy again. And then the interview again, making references to worms, the devil, and extreme sexual situations. Finally, at the bottom, again, there's binary code. And in binary code, the interviewer asks, did you make a deal with Satan? And ViVi Vex says back, in binary code, yes. The other phrases that are jumbled over and over again, I could not figure out. They seem to be in Latin or some other language. Nothing comes up when you Google it. I know it has something to do with night demons, but that's about all I could gather. Clearly, this is a fake interview. I'm sure most of you got that by now, but I just wanted to make that super, super clear. There's a few more posts on her Tumblr page, but I think you guys get the idea at this point. There's nothing much more to add. It's just a lot of references to the devil, the Horror of Babylon, the Illuminati, worms. I don't think we need to go through them all in detail. I mean, that's the gist. So all of those things come out of that one TikTok that I was tagged in. And I went down that rabbit hole because so many people seemed confused about what is going on. And so, you know, I had to take it on. There is one more thing that I want to talk about before we go through the analysis of the situation as well as my theories. ViVi Vex, as from what information I can gather, is a trans woman. Now, to be clear, I am not outing her. I wouldn't mention this if it wasn't public knowledge. I made sure to look through her TikToks and I found several comments of her liking people's comments mentioning her being a trans woman. And then in some of her videos, she uses hashtags, like while she's in the video, it shows hashtags like trans women of metal and stuff like that. So I believe she is out and it's just not the focal point of the TikTok, obviously. Also, this is kind of speculation. I don't know this for a fact, but it seems like the reason that Zach Landgren name was used in the PayPal account, I believe that's possibly her dead name. And the reason it wouldn't be changed is because, I mean, most of you know this, but you can't change PayPal account needs to be like legal, like documented names from your bank account. And so it's she probably didn't have a choice but to put that on there. So I assume that that's what's going on there. Okay, so let's get into theories. Like I said, the trans thing is relevant for one of my theories, and that is that with ViVi Vex being a trans woman and the whole cloning thing that she keeps talking about in the TikTok that seems to be a focal point of the TikTok, and that the scientists around her, the people creating these clones, supposedly are the ones that are answering all these questions in the comment. I kind of wonder if this whole thing is a metaphor for ViVi Vex and her transition. Like, she keeps saying ViVi Vex died years ago and her clones lived on. While this whole thing is very strange, it would make it into a very like beautiful art piece, in my opinion. Of course, all these theories have to be speculative because I cannot confirm 100% because the whole thing's very elusive. Theory 2, and probably what most people will agree with, this is what my patrons agreed with as well, is that this is a giant marketing campaign or a marketing stunt. You get people interested in the TikTok account, confused by the TikTok account, creeped out by the TikTok account. It makes them keep watching the TikTok account to try to figure out what's going on, or to follow the TikTok account so that you don't miss if it is revealed of what's going on. People talking about it, people tagging horror creators in their videos. It seems to be working pretty well. Kind of using this really creepy TikTok content and then this whole like kind of taboo concept of cloning and legal cloning as a way to get people engaged in the account. I mean, it's obviously working because there's a lot of people that are very confused and creeped out, and then there's a lot of people that seem to get it. And so it attracts a lot of people to the account, and then those that get it will become a new fan and engage and donate and buy the music, etc. This creeped outness will just make people go to the website, and then a small percentage of the people that go to the website will donate some money. Some may donate just out of curiosity, like I'm tempted to do, just to see what is sent back. Others do it because they genuinely want to support the musician band. And if they don't donate, they're still drawing people to the music pages and to their YouTube channel, etc. The only problem with this theory for me is that it just goes so deep. All the blog posts, the Facebook, the Tumblr, the YouTube channel goes back several years, and there's just like all these subtly odd things everywhere. Most people would have never come across the weird stuff in the Tumblr page if it hadn't been for people like me who go actively searching for it. So like, what is the point? What is the point of the whole weird worm thing? What is the point of the really creepy, disturbing, satanic worshiping themes of the blog posts if you're not actively promoting the blog posts? Like, I think of marketing ploys as usually more short-lived. Like, it would be just a TikTok account and it would have been way more recent and just like one focused thing. It just seems weird that it's just all over the internet like this. This leads us to theory 3, and that this is not a marketing ploy, but this is a legitimate cult. What if this is some weird exclusive Illuminati-like club, and all these people in the comments that seem to understand and are kind of in the know, they know how to get in. They understand all the codes, but it's elusive enough that everybody else is just kind of weirded out, but they kind of just leave it alone because there's no evidence of anything else going on. Now, this theory, I mean, I have to put it out there because it's a theory, but I also don't think this is it. This is probably the least likely. I highly doubt they're doing some weird, dangerous cult activities that they're trying to recruit people into. I feel like this would be a strange way to do it. I think more likely the people that are like in the know and in the comments are probably more likely just fans of the music and kind of just have this inner circle like codes that they talk to in each other just as a way to like bond and have their own community is most likely. I just put it out there because of all the Illuminati references and just how odd it is, like how polarized the comments are. It's either confused people or people that don't seem confused at all. So that's kind of why I throw that out there. The next theory, again, this one seems Also, like, it's a possibility that this is a fetish thing. This, again, I say because of all the comments that are in the know and in support. They're like Team ViVi, and they just seem to say very similar things. They all leave the smiley face, like the profile picture that ViVi uses on her TikTok account, or a lot of comments saying how beautiful she is and comments like that. I'm not saying the trans would be the fetish thing, not at all. Sorry, I want to be very clear. I do not mean that her being a trans woman would be the fetish, but the creepy thing, the harsh noise with the creepy visuals, and then the fantasy of a human clone. So they're being subtle enough on social media so that they won't get their accounts taken down. Like, they're not posting anything overtly inappropriate, but the people that are in the know are, you know, like, in the know. I don't know. The reason that this is a theory is because of Rule 34, which says that if you can imagine it, there is some sort of for it. So yeah. The last theory is, of course, that this is an ARG. This is another one that I don't personally think that's what it is myself. I think that ARGs are usually more linear in storyline, and usually everybody in the comments are confused or making theories together or speculating together, talking to each other about how it's an ARG and how they don't need to worry. Like, all the comments are a lot more similar, whereas this, like, most of the comments are people that are just like, yeah, I love this, I'm a fan, or hey V, or whatever. ARGs are also usually focused on one platform and not spread out on so many different platforms in random places for over years at a time. So I don't know, it just doesn't give ARG vibes to me. I could be wrong, but for all of those confused about the TikTok account itself though, no, this is not a real clone of a person who passed away years ago named ViVi Vex. They are not making ViVi Vex clones and then selling them for $10 on PayPal. Obviously, I cannot say for sure, but my instincts tell me that this is a band and they add a lot of visual art with their music, and a lot of the art involves just harsh noise rather than actual songs. And they're using these creepy visuals along with this whole like outlandish clone concept to get attention and to promote their band. In other words, I think the most likely thing is that this is a very, very interesting marketing strategy. However, if you like this type of music, if you like this type of harsh noise type of things, I highly encourage you to go like their stuff, follow them, and go check it out. At least from everything I know, ViVi Vex is not harming anyone or hurting anyone. The cloning thing is, I'm sorry, it's not real. And so in my book, this is great. Go check her out on TikTok. Okay, guys, I hope you have a very fun and safe Halloween. That's gonna be it for me today. Please like the video and leave me a comment if you enjoyed it. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you so much to all my patrons as always. Shout out to Colin Holmes, Deck of Cards, Michelle Valdovinos, Tom L, JJ, Quasi Eli, Little Kittle Cat, Mitchell Schaefer-Meyer, Mike, Alice Paul, Dark-Sided Otter, Brittany Phillips, Willow Winchester, Bambi, Momo Nia, Philip J, Covey, Marito 144, Sage K, Literally Lacey, Elderly Hipster, Christina Amos, Veronica C, Reese Rolls, B, Leon James, The Puppy Hag, Rebecca Jackson, and our two newest top tiers, Headless Fancy and Toby.
How long have you existed? Are you aware of anything prior to your existence? You can do once for
I'm
yes.
sorry, that's also
Oh, that's
classified information.
okay. That's classified. So we're in. So this testing facility is who's behind this? Is it like a corporation?
That's also classified. I really can't answer that one either.
Understood. Understood. So yeah, are we gonna be seeing more clones after clone number 3, or is there going to be on TikTok?